Hello, this is B-Bomb, and I will be teaching you how to understand the data tag format. Now, with the new 1.7 update, one of the great things to do, you can do using the summon and give tag commands, is add data tags, which allows you to create wonderful, magnificent things, crazy things if you want. Of course, there comes the problem of understanding this format. But I'm here to help you decipher it. Okay, all the information you need is under in the Minecraft wiki, under the pages for chunk format, under the subheading entity format, and the player.dat format under the item structure subheading. Okay, both pages on the Minecraft wiki. Now, for this exercise, let's do a summon command. We'll summon a zombie. Okay, the names for all these modes can be found down the side of this page. Okay, for entities can be found down the side of the entity format section. Okay, so summon a zombie, tilde, tilde, tilde. That means in the same place you are. Okay, you can look up how to use commands later. We are going to focus on the data tags. Now, the data tag here is surrounded by two curly brace. I think they're called curly brace. Or we could call them curly brackets if you like. Or curly brace, I don't know. Anyway, and these are the tags, and all the data tags, all the other data tags you add are inside here. Okay, if you can see here, we've got the ID and pos tags up there. They will not be inside here because we have already specified the ID and the position in the command. Okay, so we have the main data tag. Now, what are we going to put in it? Well, we are going to put in, well, let's start with something nice and simple. Custom name. Custom name is a favorite command, and it's very, very simple. Okay? Now, you will notice that all these tags have little icons. If you hover over them, they'll tell you what kind of icon they are. Custom name says it is a string, okay, and it is inside the main tag. So inside the main tag, first we specify the tag, custom name colon, okay. So we now have the tag, and so the strings like to be in inverted commas, in quotation marks. They don't have to be, but it's a good idea to do that. So we will call this zombie Mr. Zombie because we can. Okay, so strings want words. Okay, that is that type of tag. Okay, custom name is finished. Now, what we want to add more tags. Okay, well, you do not go outside this and make another data tag. No, you don't want to do that. You'll confuse poor Minecraft. No. Inside this data tag, we put a comma. And in that comma, we shall do our next tag. The next tag is going to be custom name visible. Custom name visible is a byte. Now, a byte means it's a rather small number. Might be 1 or 0 or might be some other small number. So, you want custom name visible. So, write the tag as specified with a colon. Okay, you separate separate tags by commas. Okay, use commas to separate. Okay, and then we put our value that we want. We want 1 here, so the name is visible. It says so, true. Okay. What else do we want? Well, so that's the basics. Let's do something more complex. I think we shall. I think I shall now show you a list tag. Okay. It's here somewhere. Here we go. Active effects. Active effects applies potion effects. Okay, so potion effects. We have now it tells us that active effects is a list tag. So list tags. So first we write what it tells us to, active effects, and then inside, and then after the colon we put square brackets. That square brackets denotes a list. Inside you have a list of other tags. Now, what we put inside it? Well, we can see here, under and inside this list tag, we have what is called a compound tag. Now, a compound tag means it's curly brackets, okay, like we have on the outside. We've got curly brackets now. Okay, so that gives us 1. So, let's put inside the curly brackets what it tells us. So here we have bytes, which means small numbers. Okay? It could be, I suppose if you make the numbers too big, you might confuse it. Or, So, ID. What do we want our potion ID to be? Okay, well, you go to the status effects page, linked to there, and we'll choose one. We'll give, slowness. Slowness is ID number 2. I'll put the now, to put other things, we do another separate thing. We put comma, and then we write what it wants. Amplifier, and we'll give it level 2 slowness, so that means amplifier is 1. Okay, duration. It says duration is an integer. That means it can be a big number, but no decimal places. Okay, no decimal places. That's what integer means. Okay, so duration is another tag inside this compound tag. So we separate it with a comma. Duration. Then we put our integer. We'll put 200. So 200 ticks. It's not all that long in the game, but that doesn't matter. Okay, now, what is it now? That is one potion effect we have finished. We have finished with that compound tag since don't need to be bothered with ambient at the moment. You can play with that in your own time. Because this is a list tag, we can put more items inside the list. To put another item inside the list, we put a comma. Then we put another compound tag. So, our ID that we want. So, then we fulfill the fields that it wants. So, we'll give strength. Give strength 5. We'll give strength. Strength is ID 5. Amplifier we won't give too much strength. Now we'll give strength 5. Smash everything. And duration, we'll also make that 200, but this is just an example what I'm doing. Here, okay. And you can keep on putting as many of these as you like. okay, and thinning them out. Okay, so there's active effects. So I finish with active effects, so I make sure that I'm outside active effects. Okay, yes, I'm outside active effects, still inside the tags. The brackets are all balanced. Okay, so let's go on to something else. Okay, we'll do equipment. Okay, equipment is the next item on the list. You hover over it, you'll see that it is also a list tag. Okay, so with this list tag, that means we want to put square brackets. Okay, so square brackets, right. Now inside, we have five compound tags. Note that these numbers are not in bold, so do not write them. You will confuse it. They're simply to determine. They're simply to tell you the order they go in. So these are all compound tags. There is our 5 compound tags. They are all compound tags, curly brackets, and items in a list are separated by commas. Remember that, because compound tags and list tags are very, very common. So, inside here, we need to put the equipment information. So, player.dat format will tell us how to do it. So, that's a compound tag, but we already have that compound tag. So, the relevant fields, ID, short. That basically means a number, okay? Write a number. Any number. Probably not decimals. But maybe. But not in this point, no decimals here. Because I suppose you don't need decimals in the ID. So, what shall we do? So, ID. Okay, ID. You might be tempted to write the item's name, but remember, it is a short. That means it's a number. We'll do a diamond sword. Diamond sword is 276. Okay, this is the slot. This is the compound tag in the list for held items. We'll leave the rest empty because we don't need to bother with them. And it says we can keep it empty. So, damage. Well, we'll leave the damage. Now, count. Count is a byte. That means it's a number and not a particularly big number. Okay, we'll make it 1. And I'll tell you why you have to. And if you don't specify count, it defaults to 0. Okay? That can create some problems if you're trying to do things. And then it tells us. And what happens if we want to make this a special sword? Not just an ordinary sword. Well, we need to specify tag. So, comma, tag, then inside that we put the compound tag, because it is a compound tag. And we'll look at what other fancy things we can do. Okay. So, inside that tag, compound tag, what shall we put? Well, I think we shall put an enchantment. Okay, so, I hope you're paying attention. Enchantment, list tag. So, we're inside the tag. So, enchant, list tag is square brackets. Okay, inside. The single enchantment is a compound tag. Then inside that, we have 2 shorts, 2 numbers. Got the ID, and we have the level. Okay, so ID shall be. Okay, and we'll give it sharpness, 16. ID is 16. And comma to separate them. LVL is, make sharpness 3. Okay. We can put other enchantments in here as well, if we want. You know, by doing the same thing, we go ID, level, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, you can see, you make sure that your brackets are correct. Okay, always make sure your brackets are good, because if they're not good, then you've got problems. Okay. So, we have an enchantment. What other tags do we want to add to our item? Okay. No, on page. Okay. Well, don't ask me about attributes. I've no clue how to apply those two commands. Let's do the display tag, because that is the display. So, is inside the tag. We have it inside the tag, so that's good. Display. Display is a compound tag, so put out curved brackets. Okay, and then in it we put our things. So here we have name. Name is a string. So we'll enclose that in quotation marks, just so we don't get confused. And quotation marks would be important if you have any spaces, I suppose. I haven't tried without. So name is zombies sword. Okay. Now let's have lore, a description. Okay, so lore, so is a list tag, so you put in square brackets. And then inside lore we have a list of strings. So, this sword is a test of data tags. Okay, see that comma separates it into a separate item. Okay, and they'll come up as separate lines. Okay. I think that's enough with the items. So we'll go back outside. So that's enough with that item. So I'll go back outside into the into zombies, Mr. Zombies data tags. So here we are, back out in the top level. We want something else. What happens if we want it to a 100% drop chance? Well, we can modify that. Okay, so we have specified that the quantity of the sword is 1. Okay, if we don't do a default to 0, and if it's carrying 0 swords, while it will still be carrying the sword, it won't drop any swords, no matter how high you set the probability. Okay, drop chance. So drop chances is, so right what it tells us, and drop chances is a list tag, so square brackets. Inside that we've got a list of floating points. Okay. So, floating points are interesting. So, for our first slot, the item being carried, we want it to be a probability of 0.1, the max. However, these are floating numbers, and floating numbers are special. You have to put an F on the end. So Minecraft knows that it's a floating point number you're saying, otherwise it won't read it. It's silly, I know, but that's what you've got to do. Okay. Okay, and note that it does not say put this in compound tags. Okay, so do not put it in compound tags. And we'll put the rest at 0.85 to default. Don't forget the F's. F's the note, it is floating. 0.85. So that's all 5 entrances. Okay, So those drop chances. There's one last tag I want to take you through. So, there's one last tag I want to take you through. Right, this riding tag. One last example. Okay, riding. Riding is a compound tag. So, separated by a comma, riding, colon, then compound tags. Now, in compound tags, we put our entity format. So, we put an ID, and as the ID, we will do pig. Can be riding a pig. Okay? Yep, pig is definitely pig. Okay? Now, we do not put the pos because the zombie has the pos tag. What other? And, you know, in here we can put all the other tags. So, under the entity data tag, which is denoted by the riding compound tag have, you can put all these things. Again, don't ask me about attributes, I've no clue what to do with them. So, let's go down. This is still inside the correct area. We'll go and give the pig a saddle. Okay, saddle is a byte. So, we've got comma, saddle, the byte, and we'll do 1 for true. And, you know, you can keep on going. You could, like, give it, if it was, you could give it equipment, except unless it's a zombie or skeleton or zombie pigman, it won't show up. You can give it equipment or all kinds of tags. You can do all the stuff I've just done here inside this compound tag because it's an entity as well. And so, that's about it. That should cover just about everything. Okay, we've got integers, numbers, no decimal places, bytes, numbers, generally not very big. We've got strings, they're words using inverted commas. We've got lists, square brackets of multiple items separated by commas. Got compound tags. Got curly brackets with multiple tags separated by commas. Okay? Integers, longs, they're big numbers, okay? Basically whatever number you can dream up of. And strings, words, and so on. And, you know, hopefully if you've understood this, you understand everything. You'll be able to, and with this information I've given you, you should be able to interpret the information on this page to create whatever information, whatever modes you like, or entities or items or blocks. As it's used, this format is used throughout the wiki. So if you understand this, you'll be all good. Hello, okay. So, I'm guessing you're wondering, how does this command work? Well, I'll put it in the commands block. Now, in theory, if I haven't stuffed up any brackets, I should, this should work perfectly. There we have the pig is on, who's spawned inside the block. Let's drop the saddle. And Mr. Zombie is gone off to chase a villager. So I won't bother chasing him. But yeah, as you can see, it worked. Worked very well. And thank you for watching. And I hope, and now, hopefully, you'll be able to use data tags to their fullest extent. Bye.